Hello everyone, I am Darkness and welcome back to Detroit Become Human. She's becoming more and more interesting to me. Thank you guys for joining me again. Right before, I should have cut on the recording again right before I started the game because she just asked, am I familiar with Schrodinger's cat? Everything happens at once until you open the box. Kind of, and make a choice is what she was referring to. Just like in Detroit. This game is trying to get very meta. Let's continue on. This is probably going to be a shorter episode. Why is it going to be? I'm trying to take in too much information, I think. I think there's going to be an inherent problem with me taking in too much information too often. And there are going to be some times where I just wrap my head around something and I'm just not going to be able to make longer episodes. I'm going to want to, but I'm not going to be able to. I believe I saw when I cut off last time when I had to close it down, I was getting back to Alice and Kara, which means that I'm about to drop my little bombshell on you guys. And maybe I'll include the other footage. I'm not quite sure how this is going to go. What it really comes down to is that when we come to Kara and Alice, I'm going to have something to say and I don't want to drag it out again, but I know this is going to get really, really long if I finally say what's been on my mind. So we're going to see exactly where we are in the story. I'm going to try to choose my time and my place wisely, make it as concise as possible, and see if I can remember while editing, which that's the tricky part, remember to put back in what I took out from part 2. And yes, we are right back where I thought we'd be, so. And I like seeing Alice trusted. I like that. I did what I could, and that's important. So if anyone caring for a child that's what's important. I did what I could and she trusted me for it. Alright, let Alice rest and another choice. So, I think we're gonna go for the other choice really quick.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to wake you.
So it wasn't a nightmare.
No. No, it wasn't a nightmare. How about a nice warm bath? And then we can go out and try to get you something to eat. What do you say? Okay. I'll run you a bath.
I already dropped that bombshell last time, so everyone here should recognize what I truly actually think Alice is. Which means that this makes this so much more interesting and intriguing in my head of exactly what watching over Alice actually means. So we're going to go in there and I'm going to try to find the prompt. And I'm glad to see the gun was kept. There's a magazine. Did I read that last time? Okay, maybe I already picked that up. So there's running the bath. Hold on. I didn't see if there's anything else to be able to do. I guess running the bath might be the thing I'm supposed to do with her right now, so. But the way she's caring and acting, I'm gonna point something out. You know how many times we've been allowed to look into the mirror? Do you guys notice that's been a running motif in them looking, oh my god, she's gonna do it! Do you know how long that's been a running motif in this game? Of them looking in the mirror into themselves? She's gonna do the thing Markus made me believe why it had to be this way. Oh, no. Don't you back down from what you were doing before. Oh, no. You held something. You held it the other way. Do it. You do it. Prove me right instead of me having to refer to Markus. I like it. Her own person. Oh my god, I get to choose, Oh yeah, that's right. She can choose a hair color at will, just like her skin can repair. Blonde, white, black. I don't know. I'm sorry, but I gotta go with white. I always wanted white hair. Blonde, no. Black, drab. I gotta go with the white. I hope it doesn't have like some long-lasting ramification. But yeah, buddy. I can actually choose. Let's see what black looks like. Let's see what blonde looks like. No. White. It just fits. It fits somebody that, I don't know. It just, that sparkle of standing out of that youthful look yet having that aged at the same time. It just fits. Now do what you were gonna do, because you were holding the side of your head. Do it so I have my proof in the same episode. Thank you. This is what did it for me because of Markus. I said something else happened. That was my proof. Before I had a magazine. There it is. Thank you. So we're gonna... We let Alice rest. We drew the bath for her. Now, let me see if there's anything else I can do. I can read the magazine now, and I can look out the window. So let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and take care of those things. I'm pretty like...
You really look like a human now.
That's so weird for her to say. First Android zoo pet opens.
The bath's ready.
And 91 is a... Okay. I don't think this is going to be a big deal, and I can't be reading this right now. Cancel Android free zone. Despite has yet to push back whether to permit androids in the country. Androids who are not sold in Canada have no official status in the country. Okay. Hold on. And wait for Alice. Okay. So I am supposed to be waiting for Alice. Alright. As soon as this starts going down, though. Uh-oh.
The victim's name was Todd Williams, an unemployed man from Corktown. According to initial reports, he was shot by his android, an AX-400. The android fled the scene, and a police search is now in progress.
Shit.
Reporting live for Channel 16 News, I'm Josh Douglas.
There's nothing that could be done. He had to die.
I had no choice. He would have killed me if you hadn't stopped him. What are we gonna do? We have nowhere to go. And the police are looking for us now.
She's right, I had no choice. She's right. Out of all of the choices we had, there's none of them that really led to us escaping, getting a clean break. And I mean, killing Todd was probably one of the... I doubt there are very many ways to get away without killing Todd. It just didn't feel like he was being confrontational. We can't stay here. No. Contacting another android. What do? We can't stay here.
We can't stay here. We don't have any money.
I don't want to bring up family, but I do. But it's not...
Do you have any family? Anyone who could help us?
No. It was just Dad.
There. That's it. And we're done.
That android yesterday, he gave me an address. He said we could get help there. Could be worth a try.
It is worth a try. Let's do it. Supportive.
It's us against the world, Alice. Just the two of us. We have to learn to trust each other. I only have you, and you only have me. And I'm going to do everything I can to make you happy again. Finish getting ready. I'll go out and find some food for you, and then we can get going.
It's hard for me to look past it. It's hard for me to look past it. I mean, I'll end the episode with it, but it's true. It's absolutely true. It's absolutely true. The magazine proved it, but I didn't need the magazine. As you guys will see, I was already guessing. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Connor? Uh-oh. No, 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 no.
Lieutenant Anderson, Detroit Police. Looking for a female android robbed a store down the road last night. You seen anything?
An android? No, I don't think androids here.
Have you seen anyone that looks like this?
Oh, shit.
Fuck. I knew there was something weird about her. She came in last night. She was dressed normal, you know? There was no way I could tell.
Is it still here?
Yeah, probably. Room 28.
Thank you.
Shit. Oh no, 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 no. I have to do this as wait, this is all the same? Wait, this is all they're two set. Oh shit. Oh shit. They converge. Oh shit, this is long. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, uh-oh, uh-oh. Uh-oh. I should have done the other thing. Instead of look outside. Uh-oh.
Yeah, it's still at the motel. Sent some uniforms and cordon off the area. I'm heading to its room now. You wait in the car.
You're going to need me, Lieutenant. I know more about androids than you do.
Listen, I'm tired of you talking back to me. You're a machine, so shut the fuck up and do what I say.
All I want is to accomplish my mission. I'm sorry if that upsets you.
You want to see the end of your mission? Stop busting my fucking balls.
Man. I didn't mean for that to be it. Of course, being rational, though. That one was on me. I should have followed orders and done whatever placated him and then come back. Wait. I'm following him. And I should have known by that gate that there was no, like, really waiting in the car. I needed to have done what I did the first time I had to deal with him on a crime scene, which is pretty much follow orders and and then do it anyway.
It's gone.
He deduced it couldn't be long. He quickly deduced it couldn't have been long. See threats in your destination. What's my I didn't do it right. Alright, where's my destination now? Okay. Alright, it gave me a chance to do it wrong. I can't do all of this in one episode. Oh no. Oh no, I want to have a talk about what just happened first. I haven't been going very long into this recording. Alright. 8% danger. Alright, good, we weren't jaywalking either. Oh God, I gotta keep her safe. I have to keep her safe. Shoot. I can use, get to it. Whew. Not being properly coordinated is going to get me screwed over on this one. Where are my threats? Okay. But we're playing two different timelines. They're breaking up reality into two separate timelines.
Are you okay?
My only question is, how does she not know? Okay. Things are happening simultaneously. Whoa! 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 You mean that could have gone completely different if I had done something different? Oh, that's where they cross over. Hank checks the motel room. Okay. Hank checked the room. Oh my gosh! That's what happened! I think I did the right thing. I think I did the right thing on accident. That's what it is, isn't it? That's what it is. On accident, by following Hank and now making his trust level, I know what I want to come from Hank, and I'm afraid of what will happen because he's playing into a stereotype. If I had not followed Hank and actually looked and stayed behind, I would have seen them. We had to cross by, and he knows what they look like. He can scan faces. He would have seen them going down the street. It would have started a chase, wouldn't it have? He would have chased them down. Because I went with Hank, I was able to go in the street safely. I got past all the police, which didn't lead to this timeline, which means that they could have converged again once they knew that they were coming. And I got into a timeline where I got into the train safely, and I ended it all. This can go so many different ways. This is crazy how... Now let's talk about the world statistics before I tell you guys and finally break it down for you. Morning in motel, only 27% got the motel in the first place. When we get through everything, not many people are choosing white. Only brown was chose less, and cutting hair is probably not a big deal either. Wow, the percentages are just all over the place. Car and Alice in the street. Hank checks the motel room. If I had Connor not check the hotel room, there's still a 53% it's a 50-50, but only a fourth of the people had Hank check their motel room and Connor didn't do anything else unlocked. Meaning that there's still, it means it's broken into, which means, yes, that makes sense. So if only 50% get her to the street, it means that there's not only do you have to do something with Connor that breaks it into a 50% chance right there, which means that it shouldn't be 26%. There's also two separate things that could happen with Connor, meaning that on average, if you get a person that tries to get any combination, it should be 25%, 25%. It's missing. The flowchart, it's lying. The flowchart's not lying again. There are other choices that I can branch off of. That's why it's a 50% chance. Because Hank checking the room is 25% of that chance of them getting to the street, and Connor screwing up or Connor doing something is a 50-50 whether he catches it, but Connor can screw up too. So 25% chance plus 25% chance is about 50% chance that we get to the car in the street. That makes sense. That makes sense. So only a fourth of the people get to this train safely. This is where you guys can skip to the next video if you think I'm talking too much, but if you want to finally hear what I have to say, Alice is not human. I don't believe she is. This is where I'm going to finally interject some of my own stuff, and we're going to move on to the next one in the next video. Here we go. Let me drop this on you guys. This is what I kept not saying. I kept not saying it, and I said the reason I would finally say it was not because of anything else, was because of Markus. When Markus removed the chip from the side of his head that made it so there's no delineation to anybody that really would look at him between him being an android or a human, it solidified in my head that Alice did not have to be human. She just also answered another thing right there, and I think that really does solidify it for us. So let's break it down real quick. I kept saying I did not include what I did in part 2. Now would be a good time for me to include it because I actually did say unless Alice is an android or not human. I don't remember my wording, but now is a good time for me to put this in there. If I remember, I'll give myself a second of rest in case I remember. But an arm was gone. It looks like it's not the first time this has happened. So was that the accident, or is Alice not quite Alice? Was Alice hurt that bad? But who was the Alice then standing there when the mother and father were? We're gonna do Marcus's. Either that looked really cool, being able to cut back and forth to that clip, or I looked really stupid looking off into the distance as that happened. One or the way or the other. If I forgot to put the clip in there, so shoot me, whatever. I had guessed in part 2 she was an android because something didn't fit. Let me fit the pieces for you together and then we'll move on to the next episode. So the pieces I put together were the box didn't make sense. Kara is trying her best. She's been reset. You know there are things wrong. Todd is actually saying a few things that go against kind of what he's already said. He's already lied. As soon as he picks her up, he's lied. He said there was an accident with a car, but the drawings say that she was broken. I misinterpreted that, but my misinterpretation of that, already knowing Todd wasn't quite telling the truth and was not trustworthy, especially because drugs are now getting involved in things like that, me misinterpreting whether that was actually like the placement of Alice and Kara and the mom in the pictures made me go back and scrutinize something. It made me go back and look over and over and over, and I couldn't get my head around it, which is why I thought if it really wasn't supposed to be so clear, I shouldn't put it in. But then I started looking at it more and thought, no, it is kind of clear. I just don't have the evidence, and I don't want to spoil it for people. But the game has already given it away in that magazine. So I can safely say now, in part 2, I did realize what the game could put down for you. So let's go through it. My wrong assumption was that was possibly the mom on the ground or something like that, or Alice on the ground, or I couldn't decide that the father had done something, had hurt again. There's blood in the beginning of Alice being hurt, but all of a sudden the dad's doing something aggressively to possibly the mom, and the mom's on the ground, but it's like blue blood. But who's on the ground and who's crying? And I kind of messed it up. I wanted to look back in that box so badly. And so I had to process it in my head over and over and over, and I kept thinking, okay, there's something to me that's missing. I don't know if you guys have ever gone through this before, but a piece of a puzzle missing. I don't know if you guys have ever started doing a puzzle. I remember doing a Superman puzzle. I put all the pieces of the puzzle together, and it was the logo. I got all the pieces together already that were yellow to do the yellow parts of Superman's shield, his emblem, his crest, whatever you call it. It's called a shield, Superman's shield. It's not just a logo. This isn't a logo. It's called Superman's shield, his shield. So I had done a puzzle, and at that moment of time, for that puzzle, I had gotten all the yellow pieces together and assembled. And that's a whole different reason why I do puzzles like that I have Superman to do with it. The yellow first, because we saw it as a shapes. Different story. Join the Discord if you really want to ask me about that. Links in the description below. And so I did a puzzle one time, and I realized with all the yellow pieces placed, before I even finished the puzzle, there wasn't another yellow piece there. I was missing a piece of the puzzle. It frustrated me because I knew what it should be, but I didn't have the piece of the puzzle. It was literally missing. Like this isn't a figurative thing. A yellow piece was missing because I had placed all the yellow pieces. I knew there needed to be more yellow. Not a single piece that I had left had that yellow on it. It didn't have yellow. There was no more yellow in any of the pieces. I didn't even finish the edge. It was done with the whole puzzle because I knew I couldn't finish it. I couldn't finish the puzzle. That's kind of what I was going for in here, why I wanted to cut it out. I couldn't finish the puzzle for you guys. I knew the puzzle. I knew what it looked like, but I didn't know how to explain it. And to me, it just turned into a giant spoiler of, if I'm right, then what the fuck? It's a great twist for everyone. And if I'm wrong, then I just look like an idiot because I overthink. I was overthinking. Wow. I swear I'm smarter than the words I say. I was overthinking and I just would sound stupid. Here's what I saw because of overanalyzing the ending. I kept going to the beginning. There's an old faded photo that you can go see of in the box when it's opened, and it's an analog photo, as in it was taken with actual film and developed, or maybe it was taken digitally, but either way it was developed and it was actually a printed photo. Now we are talking about a timeline where I'm in the same household picking up magazines of digital magazines where I can swipe left, right, whatever, and I'm going through places where pictures are already being shown on people's desktops where usually if it's a picture it's pristine, but a lot of them are obviously digital. They have a flicker or they have something about it. There are a lot of things going on with it. What I had realized, and I am getting someone's trying to get a hold of me. Anyway, I got to wrap this up as fast as possible. What I had realized going through the beginning was that there was a photo developed that was faded and old of a family together, of a dad that had to be Todd, a mom, and a daughter who could not have been so much younger that this photo is just faded and old and left to rot, but it's hidden away by Alice. Why is it hidden away by Alice? That makes no sense. It makes no sense. I mean, it could make a sense in the fact that maybe the dad's resentful. And even in later episodes, you see the dad talking about being resentful of mommy running away. But remember, we can't trust Todd. I don't believe Todd is telling even the truth. He doesn't have to, especially if what I'm saying is true. He doesn't have to tell the truth to Alice because he's not talking to Alice. What I couldn't wrap my head around and why I just blurted it out randomly was going through the sequence of events. There's something very, very wrong with that box. She's drawing. She's a kid. She's getting, and it's a locked box that she doesn't want Todd, her father, to see. But she trusts Alice with the key to it. She opens it up. The first thing is a picture of the family whole. The next thing is a picture that Alice drew of herself hurt, bleeding. The next one is her just fine, no blood, with Todd. The next one is where I got confused on who it was, whether it was Kara or Alice or the mom. I was thinking it was the mom getting possibly hurt. I didn't notice the symbol, so screw me. And then the next one is crying. I didn't realize if it was crying of like mom or Alice or Kara over who was hurt, who had actual blue blood. I remembered it wasn't blood, like so it had to be, I thought an android hurt. Then it started making me question androids. I brought up android. And then I was like, where the fuck is the middle portion between the photo on top, her getting hurt and being with dad? Where's mom? Where is mom? This is a little girl who is apparently drawing some of her memories of things that she's going through that are she can't speak them. She's too sad, and she gives Alice a key to unlock the memories of what happened that Kara lost being reset, to let her know what happened. But if she's giving her the key to her memories, of Alice's personal memories, where are photos of the mom? Pictures, drawn pictures of the mom. Where are they when she drew herself being hurt? With no sign of who hurt her, yet she was willing to draw her being next to her dad and willing to draw her dad hurting someone else. If she was telling the truth of, in that picture, Alice was hurt somehow, and there's a picture before that of a whole family, then it's even more further strengthened by the idea that Todd is sitting here rambling over and over about mom did this, mom did that. Do you think I'm a deadbeat? I'm a deadbeat dad. What you probably think of me. He breaks down the first time, but the second time we have to run away and I ended up killing him, he ends up like breaking and blaming mom for everything. Mom. But when you talk to her on her own, she doesn't bring mom up. What child being abused by dad would not bring mom up? And right here again, do you have family? She says no, dad is it. That's wrong though. She knows she does. There's mom. Where is mom? That is what I couldn't get my head around when I realized there was a chronological order of events of pictures a child had drawn about pretty much atrocities happening in the household, but the atrocity that a child would draw is mommy walking out and choosing not to be there, especially if she's willing to draw dad being violent. Where is mom? Mom's never been there for this Alice. She wasn't there. That's why I blurted it out. My mind was racing for it and thought the only answer is mom wasn't there. Alice can't draw something she hasn't seen. This Alice hasn't seen her mom. This Alice is an android. She's a replacement. Todd is lying one way or the other. Maybe mommy did run away with somebody else and cheated. Maybe mommy did do something. Maybe mom is the one that hurt. But one way or the other, because of the situation they're in, Todd wasn't able to have his actual daughter dying. Maybe that's why the picture's drawn, but I don't believe that's why. And I even have further analysis of why that is. And give me 2 more seconds and I swear I'm done. That's why I gave you the warning at the beginning. You didn't have to listen to this ramble. Fine. In all of this, when we're actually looking at it, he is being very inconsistent. He's got bills piling up, but he's so concerned about getting androids back, having someone to do lazy work pretty much for him, and having a daughter figure who he's trying to kind of replace a family structure that's shown in this photo that she has to hide away, but it's very well worn. But it's not Alice who very well wore the photo. It would have been the dad, because Alice seems to have locked it away. If Alice had any kid, maybe they would carry in their back pocket. Does that really make sense? No, it makes more sense that maybe it was crumpled up, maybe that the dad carried it in the back pocket, maybe it was faded or trashed or something, maybe it got lost somewhere. The family dissolved somehow, and he lost Alice some way. This Alice is an android replacement that he is literally fed everything into he could to replicate his daughter. This daughter does not know mom other than a photo. So there is a gap. That's what my mind could not rectify. There is a gap in the photos of the drawings. She doesn't draw mom. She has a photo of mom being there. She is old enough in that photo to have drawn mom at some point of time. But in her locked box of precious things, where she would have drawn mom at some point of time if mom was in her life, it starts off with dad and her being hurt. But what if that locked box of things isn't just trying to tell Kara what happened to Kara, but it's trying to tell her what happened to Alice? What if that locked box is actually pointing you to the only evidence you've got, that Alice realizes that she was hurt. The original her was hurt, and that's why the next drawing is a perfectly fine Alice with Todd. The original got hurt. This is what I truly think. Todd abused, as we see that he has the nature to, because he was there, and I swear he was going to kill Kara if he had the chance. He was there and ready to do it. He was going to kill them, I think. I mean, he had the opportunity. I brought a gun into it. Maybe without the gun, there could have been other options. Maybe I could have run away. In that moment, he could have killed them. He was being violent. He was trying to destroy her. And I think her statement of he did what had to be done, he would have killed me too. But I think it's just an analytical cold fact of Alice knows that she's expendable through all of this time. To wrap it up, my theory on it is whatever happened in the outcome of Mom, I think, took Alice. I don't think the original Alice died. I think this Alice found out about there being a whole family, probably somewhere along the line of Todd giving her the information of trying to recreate his daughter, of why they would be just them two together making a new family. He's making a child. Remember that magazine that gave away what I figured out first that was in the last episode, saying that that birth rates are going down because children are being made to make parts of family, that we're making families, and therefore it's the baby doom. She is an android made for it. The other part I couldn't rectify was, where's the circle? Where's the circle that's showing stress, that's showing compliance, that's showing all these things? But Markus sealed the deal for me. He pried it out of his face and his skin covered it back up. I thought it was in all androids something built into them. It's not. It's a choice. It can be removed, especially for those who are made to be a certain service that has no need for that. It has no need. When you're trying to recreate a family, the biggest thing that can take you out of the facade of a fake family is probably a circle on the side of your daughter's head. You can't pretend it's your daughter. You have to realize that you're talking to a machine, even as much as it acts like your daughter. I don't know if he's to be trusted by saying Mom ran off and cheated or whatnot. I think the more reasonable assumption is to say that if Mom was able to run off and Todd is able to make up a story of Mommy cheated, the most likely assumption is that Mommy ran off with real Alice after Todd did something. Otherwise, his story just doesn't add up of why he would say it the way he said it, of Mommy running off and leaving him to do what he had to do. It doesn't add up. He could easily throw more blame at Mom if Mom had done something so dramatically wrong that he could make a story of saying, Mom is the one that causes me to pretty much raise my hand because Mom is the one that did it in the first place or something like that. There's just so many different ways he could go about it, but he made it sound like Mom was a bad person. He has to paint Mom in a bad light because for him, Mom did something to him that hurt him so much that he had to get a replacement daughter. I think it's because Mom took away his actual daughter after seeing what he was becoming. He was violent, and he was probably already a deadbeat before all this. He mentioned that she ran away with somebody pretty much with better means and whatnot. I think the mom escaped. Whether it was okay for her to cheat or not, if that part of the story is true, that's a different debate. The mom escaped, and the mom took the daughter with her. Dad goes off and gets a new android to be able to take her place. Daddy goes and tries to make this a whole family again without a mom. He gets an android that takes daughter's place, that looks like her, that he can implant memories into, and then he gets Kara a caregiver, someone he doesn't have to recognize as being his partner or wife who he feels betrayed by, but someone who will take up the slack that now his wife isn't there to take up for. In all of his ranting and raving of talking about what happened in the past, he never gives her a clear picture of what happened, except for she finds a clear picture, a very worn picture, probably balled up and lost somewhere that Todd didn't know she was going to find it. Something that Todd would overlook because he doesn't care, and maybe Kara is the one that threw it away. But for Alice, it's proof that she had a family, and she's never gotten to see her mom. Todd would not go off and dog her mom over and over just to show her a photo book of Mommy being everywhere. He's trying to demonize Mommy. It's the only thing she's got, which means she can't draw Mom. That's the gap. She can't draw what she hasn't seen. She has a very, very select photo of being able to see barely anything of mom, as if it's just like maybe there's a second child born. Do you see what she's wearing? It almost looks like it could be a gown that they were having another child. Who knows? Maybe she was fearing that this was going to happen again with another child. It looks to me almost like it's in the setting that it could have been a hospital for another child, that we're getting the miscut off portion of it. I don't know. That's it. That's probably just so far-fetched that I'm not even going to think about that. One way or the other, you don't see the rest of the mom. She can't draw what she doesn't know. Todd won't show her. But she does figure out, somewhere in Todd's ramblings, probably while he's high on that red crystal shit, that the original Alice, or somewhere down the line, or seeing Kara getting hurt, or somewhere in all these drawings, or he's probably hurt Kara before this all, somewhere in this, she finds out the fact that the original Kara got hurt. Or not Kara, the original Alice. The original Alice got hurt. I don't know if this Alice even realizes she's an android. I'm not even sure on that. But she knows she was hurt. That is where her real timeline starts. That is why there's a gap. This Alice is a replacement for the one that's bleeding in that picture. That picture even might have been drawn by the original Alice. This whole reason why there's a locked box in this house where the original Alice probably lived might have started off from the fact that she had a photo of mom and a drawing from possibly the original Alice of being hurt. And with that information, she has to start over with her being with Todd. And there is a gap that she cannot fill because you can't draw what you've never seen. She doesn't know. So she never drew it. That is why my brain couldn't reach around it. I know my own son. If he's going to be drawing pictures of things that have hurt him, which he has, at this young of an age, starting at 3, drawing pictures of things that are actually bothering him and hurting him, I guarantee it, he would not have drawn abuse on one hand, but not mommy walking out the door on the other. There's no sense of why there's a gap unless Alice never knew mom. Alice is a replacement for the original Alice. She is whatever Todd made her into, and she's not supposed to know exactly the roots that possibly Todd is the one that hurt the original Alice, but she put it together. And when she's asked right here, do you have any other family? She's being honest. She was never told where mommy went. She was never told all the story. She doesn't even know for a fact probably if the original Alice survived all of this or what really happened. She just knows the original Alice got hurt and mommy left. Mommy was never in this Alice's life. She's never met her, but she knows she exists. Daddy would have immediately recognized the fact of the one thing that you guys might say in the comments. What if mommy died? What if mommy was dead, had been killed? He would have acknowledged it. He damn sure would have acknowledged that the reason they're in that situation is because mommy died. Mommy did not die. There aren't too many other... It's really down to the razor, down to the simplest explanation is usually the one that's most correct. The simplest explanation for why there is a gap between a photo of a girl who is old enough to draw the things bothering her if she is shelled up and not talking, and the gap to an Alice being hurt and then Alice being with dad without mommy ever being in any drawings when she has a special locked box that Todd doesn't have to see so she can draw mom if she wants to and Todd won't find out. The only explanation is that she has never seen mom. She can't draw what she hasn't seen. She can't draw what she hasn't interacted with. And her imagination isn't broad enough to be able to make up memories that never occurred for her. Alice is an android. I'm almost certain. Mark is pushing off the chip from his face, and now Kara doing the same to look even more human, to me solidifies it. Why else would not she cry out for mom or mention right there for family about mom? There's no other reason. There's just not another reason for a child to do that. She was never fed that information. Mom is not her family and it's not an option. Ma, this is a replacement Alice. Thank you guys for watching. Thanks for listening to me ramble. We're going to continue on with all this in the next video. Again, thank you if you actually listened to the rambling, and I hope to see you back here for the next one really soon. Bye!